I don't know, y'all. But listen, Natalie Nunn, she out here doing big things, okay? I think it might be time that we run Miss Natalie Nunn her flowers, y'all. Okay, because listen, the girl that started out on Bad Girls Club season 4, now she on Baddies East season 4. And she definitely, most definitely coming into her Andy Cohen, Mona Scott Young, Shawnee O'Neal bag, okay? And you can't deny it at this point. We're going to have to talk about this new cast. Come on.
Let's talk about it.
Shawty, come and swing my way. We ain't gotta waste no time now, baby. Put that all in my face. I just wanna bump and grind on you, on you, on you. Want you on my face, so shawty, come and swing my way.
I want people to have fun. Let's kick back. Let's get into a little tea. Let's not get too crazy, but let's enjoy the sip.
What's up, y'all? So some of y'all know me from doing story times, some of y'all know me from my commentary, and others of y'all know me from my spiritual tarot readings. Now, nonetheless, I have a Patreon that I want y'all to go check out because every video that I upload to YouTube is automatically flagged by the algorithm. Not to mention the fact that I'm black and LGBT, but that's a commentary video for another day, child. Okay? So over on patreon.com/StSantana, I want to be able to offer y'all early uploads, extended versions of videos, story times, both old and new, as well as exclusive content. Because best believe that there is a lot of tea I be wanting to get into, but I would like to keep my channel. Okay? And I'm going to leave it at that. So do me a favor and go sub to my Patreon. Now, also, for those that don't know, I am psychic. I'm an intuitive healer, a light worker, as some would call it. Baby, I'm gifted, okay? I used to run a channel called Alana Souls for a few years where I would put out intuitive messages, predictions, zodiac readings. But now I'm starting to transfer all of that content over to this channel and merge those entertainment and spiritual worlds. So I did want to inform y'all that I do offer personal alignment readings featuring tarot, astrology, and other divination tools. And, you know, once in a blue, y'all can catch me on live. We could get a quickie reading done as well. Now, if you're stressed out, confused in your life direction, unsure about your love life, career, money, going through your Saturn return, hell, even if you got a fake friend and you want to find out if the bitch is fake, bitch, I can help you. I consider my alignment sessions to be spiritual therapy. Let's break you down to help build you back up. Okay, let's figure out who you are and where you come from to understand where it is that you're going. How many times in life do we get to a certain age or past a certain obstacle and wish that we would have known XYZ ahead of time? Well, now, bitch, you can. So if y'all don't go book a damn reading with me on my website, thealignmedsouls.com, and allow me to whip that butt back into shape and align you back to your highest good and highest soul, baby. I love you all for real now. And HD boo. What's going on, y'all? It is Santana, aka Cha-Cha-Cha-Chi-Chi, and we are back for another Let's Talk About It, girl. Because listen, we gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it, okay? Because Zeus gonna make sure that we talk about it, okay? Listen, Baddies West ended a couple of months ago. What was that? May that it ended. It's already August. It's about to be September, and it's so much going on. And apparently they film into November. So, girl, we got some things to get into, especially being that we already done seen the Baddies West. Oh, I'm sorry, the Baddies East, all these directions, child. We already done seen the Baddies East auditions, right? And so now we have the official cast that has dropped. The girls are already filming. They on day 2 of filming. So we gotta talk about it. But before we do that, make sure that y'all go and like this video, okay? Because before we can run Natalie her flowers, y'all better run me my money and run me my likes.
Red light, green light, red light, oh. Red light, green light, red light. I don't do yellow, cause it's so mellow. If I don't say hello, you know from the get-go. Red light, green light, red light, oh. Red light, green light, red light, oh. I don't do yellow, cause it's so mellow. If I don't say hello, you know from the get-go.
Okay, now let's go ahead and get into this, okay? Because listen, Baddies East complete cast. Okay, now the other day, when was it? Probably like 2 days ago, right? Because you know they love to drop shit on Sundays, girl. They love to drop shit on Sundays. That's just like the official Zeus day. Okay, if it's Sunday, what's coming out on Zeus? Okay, what is coming out on Zeus, right? So on Sunday, I believe we got somewhat of the cast, which was basically featuring everybody that you see in the bottom 2 rows. Okay, and then Natalie went ahead and said, "Oh no, but wait." But wait, we got 4 girls returning, plus I'm returning. So that made it even more fantastical because for the first time in Baddies history, girl, child, and the first time of the Baddies Bad Girls Club multi-universe, whatever the fuck you want to call her, girl, we have 15 motherfucking girls on one season. Now, automatically, when I saw this shit, I was like, now, Natalie Nunn. Now, Natalie Nunn. What you doing, girl? Because this already a little bit too much. It's too much. It's too much. Like, because I was already starting to be like, okay, where the replacements at? Because on Bad Boys, they already started doing, having replacements come in. Well, not really, but not really. If you know what I mean. Okay. Not to be confused with really. But on Baddies East, we just see them and they in the house the whole goddamn time. Which, I mean, I guess I wouldn't have mind, okay, because Baddies West wasn't bad. I mean, it was the best season thus far, so I didn't really mind it. But definitely having 15 girls, it's like, okay now. So apparently, I'm guessing that what's supposed to be happening is that on this season, there's supposed to be like some swap outs. So I don't really know how this going to work because we obviously already know Krishan. We obviously already know Santa Girl. We obviously already know Rolly. We obviously already know Scotty. We still don't know who the fuck Sky Baby is, but okay, she the DJ. But the rest of these girls, it's like, okay, how is it going to work with this whole replacement formula? Because are we starting out with the originals and just introducing like 2 new baddies at a time, or is it like, because we already know? Listen, because I called this shit out last year. I said, Natalie, just stick to the formula of Baddies West. Do what works, okay? Because Baddies West had a new formula that was a little bit different than Baddies South, even though Baddies South was like also different than Baddies ACL, which honestly, do any of us really even consider that a season? Okay, like that was more so. I guess you could align that with the whole OnlyFans bullshit that they did. Because if you don't know, this whole Baddies thing came about because a couple of years ago, Natalie saw that Blueface was making a whole bunch of money off of Blueface Girls Club. She got the bad girls together and was like, okay, let's put together some shit. They did some scamming ass shit on OnlyFans. This is when Danny and Gabriella was like, in on it or whatever, and Lucci as well, Christina, Rocky, Shannon, and they did some scamming ass shit on OnlyFans where they basically, was promoting it as one thing, acting like it was gonna be like Bad Girls Club, and it wasn't, and it was more so like, okay, everybody sign up to the OnlyFans, and then once they got all the money that they needed, then it was like, okay, well, let's just start filming us in the bathtub, let's film us having a bubble bath fight, and it was a whole bunch of shit that nobody wanted to fucking see, but that did get the attention of Natalie's friend, Ray J, who at the time was like a producer with Zeus in the conversation. So then, the whole Baddies concept turned into Baddies the Conversation. We saw a sit down, a couple of different sit downs happen with that, right? And thus out of that, Natalie finally got a show. Now, all of that happened rather quickly. It like really, really fucking quickly. Like almost like OnlyFans was started in January. By summertime, they sat down, did the conversation. No, I'm lying. By spring, they sat down, did the conversation. By summertime, they had the show recorded. Like it happened really, really quickly, like within a span of like 6 months. But that's how we came to know of having this show. And originally, of course, especially if you coming from like Bad Girls Club or whatever, you probably thinking like, okay, well, this is going to follow that. Like, this is going to follow, the girls that we know. Like, this is like BGC All-Stars, right? But then Baddies South came along, and we saw Natalie introduce some motherfuckers like Rolly and Slim, trying to give the girls from the Zeus Network a chance, right? And so by the time season 3 came along, I was like, okay, Natalie, I see what you're doing. Like, it doesn't take a genius to fucking kind of figure it out, right? Especially if you also know your shit. And I'm like, okay, Natalie, what seems to work for you, being that Baddies South, everybody got on it because Krishan beat the bitch up in the tub, well, in the sink, and that's what made this show go viral. But by Baddies West, Baddies became like a household name. It became like a show that everybody was tuning in to watch. And I was like, okay, the formula that you need to go with is have one or two girls from the Zeus Network. Choose one or two girls from audition. Then you have one or two familiar faces that we already know from Bad Girls. And then you have one main quote unquote celebrity or it girl or reality star, right? That we've already come to know. Because last season we had Tommy. And then from Bad Girls, we had who was on that? Kat and Lauren. And then everybody else that was there. So now this season, I automatically assumed as soon as I heard her say Baddies East, I was like, she's gonna get Sky. Like I would say New York, Tiffany Pollard, but like she's a little too grown for these type of antics. So immediately my mom was like, she's going to get Sky and back up Mariah Lynn. And damn if I wasn't fucking right. Damn if I was not motherfucking right. Right? And so when it came to the Bad Girls choices, a lot of us was like, you cannot do another season without having Jamie and Jazz. Now, mind you, also, because another thing I want to point out is that Baddies is very black. Baddies is very black. Nothing wrong with that, but also understand that, with Bad Girls Club versus Baddies, Baddies is more so geared towards stripper hoes and ratchets and the urban demographic, whereas Bad Girls Club was kind of like a mix of everybody, which is what made it good. And that's one of the points that Natalie is missing, because everything, as we see with the fucking auditions, is very much, can you get a bag? Can you do a handstand? Can you pop your pussy? Can you like sit on a nigga face? It's like very much like one lane, one dimensional. Are you a city girl? Are you a hot girl or not? Whereas with Bad Girls Club, it was more so like different personalities, different races, different ethnicities, backgrounds. Like, they even had like different characters, like the emo girl, the sad girl, the cheerleader girl, like just different types of people versus having one prototype. And so we watched the auditions and we already know that these girls are not going to get chosen. And that brings me to my next point, right? Because getting into who the actual cast is, I know a lot of people outside of the obvious familiar faces, right? Like, obviously, we know who Sky is. Obviously, we know who Woe Vicky is. Obviously, we know who Camilla is. Some of y'all might know who Sia is. Sia's from from Sisterhood of Hip Hop. Okay, back when Diamond said that she didn't want to do reality TV, and then she went on to do reality TV anyways. Right, because she definitely said she didn't want to do Love and Hip Hop, but then she went on to do Sisterhood of Hip Hop. Right, that was a show that Sia was a part of. Okay, obviously we know who Mariah is, Love and Hip Hop ATL. Obviously we know who Tasheki is. That's a dumbass name. Tasheki, however the fuck you pronounce it. Takashi. Okay, Krishan's sister. We saw her at the auditions. Okay, so I guess she's supposed to be like an audition pick, an audition choice, I guess. Okay, but mind you, Tasheki is also the one that fought Krishan while she was pregnant. Okay, and so now she's on the same show as Krishan to fight Krishan's battles while Krishan is pregnant, even though we all know that Krishan is still going to fight while she's pregnant, because why not? She's been doing everything else. I mean, call the fucking cops. It's Zeus. I mean, listen, that's what they do. Next person that we have is Smiley. Now, apparently, a lot of people don't know who Smiley is. Smiley was fighting the girl. Like, they kept showing the clip over and over and over of the girl that just randomly punched somebody in the face after she took their mic. Well, apparently, the girl whose mic she took was Mariah Lynn's little sister. So I guess that's where the whole beef from Mariah Lynn and Smiley is coming from, because Smiley done took Mariah Lynn's chain, done took her weave. They was fighting before filming started. It's day 2, so they probably already fighting right now. Like, girl, it's about to be a fucking mess. And then Anna Mac, I don't remember her on auditions, but allegedly people are saying that she's friends with whoever Krishan was beefing on her old show. So it's like everybody that's on this cast, nobody is random. I mean, other than T, because I literally don't know who the fuck T is at all. At all. Yeah, out of everybody's, he is the only random one. I know a lot of people are saying that Woe Vicky is random, but Woe Vicky makes complete sense to me. I would have thought a Bad Baby before Woe Vicky, but I mean, season 5, season 6, like she fits the cast to me. Okay, I know a lot of people like to go off and be like, oh, well, she does the whole black set. Listen, girl, as long as we don't do that this season, I review it. But like, listen, if we're gonna be reviewing this season and talking about this cast, y'all just need to accept Woah Vicky for who she is, okay? And that's just honestly what we need to do with these shows. Period. Like, whoever they cast, just accept them as that. They got casted for a reason, okay? And I do feel like Woah Vicky was casted to. And I'm praying that it doesn't stay this way, because I do definitely feel like she was casted to upset that whole Protect Black Women crowd and the Shea Butter crowd. And I'm praying that it doesn't stay that way, because at the end of the day, we've known Woah Vicky since Vine days. Like, at this point, we should be used to her. It's like if Bad Baby, Danielle Oakley got up here, right? There's a lot of people that did not like Sarah Oliver because they felt like, oh, she was trying to be black, this, that, and the third. But then you got to know her and you realize, oh, she's just a cool ass white black chick. Like, shit like that shouldn't even matter in 2023. So hopefully we can still have fun with this cast. My main concern is Sky. And I'm not talking about DJ Sky, baby. I mean, she's irrelevant. I hope she just sticks to playing her music and doesn't try to act like she's an artist again this season, because baby, with 15 girls, listen, we damn sure ain't got time to get to listen to your music. Like, come on. And Rolly, Rolly's not my favorite. I want to like Rolly. She has a personality, but she's all over the place. And very much like, I mean, come on now. We could go back to the auditions. Which has me bring up another point. I mean, I'm ADHD all over the place at this point, but it's like, what's going to happen, right? Like, they had the auditions down in DC, I believe. Delaware or DC? I believe it was DC. When we say Baddies East, what exactly does that mean? Because if you're saying Baddies East and like you're supposed to be coming to New York and then you go to Albany, because if you're saying Baddies East and then you're supposed to be coming to the tri-state area and you don't go to Philly, but you go to like Lancaster, PA, like where exactly are they going on the East Coast? Like, is this just like a Maryland, Virginia, DC type of thing? Like, because it's technically, you know, if we had a Baddies South, wouldn't Baddies North be New York, or would Baddies North be Chicago, or would we call it Baddies Midwest? Like, that is where I'm getting really confused. And I would want to say that they would be in the tri-state area, given that we have Sia, okay, from New York. We got Mariah Lynn from Jersey. We got Scott from New York, right? You got girls that's actually from over here. So you would think that they would adhere to that, but I don't know. But it's going to be real interesting. It's really going to be interesting seeing how they do this. Like, honestly and truly, I want to see all 15 girls at once, because that would be chaotic as fuck. And y'all know the way that Zeus be fucking editing, child. Okay, they take one day and they stretch it out 10, 15 fucking episodes. Okay, and I thought that that's what they was going to do this season. And I mean, they still might. But what got me peeping it a little different is that Sky had posted on her story that she was going to be going to November. Mind you, it's already August and they've only been filming 2 days. It's the second day right now. So August through November, that's what, easily a good 4 months. And if they do anything like last season where they, you know, go off for Thanksgiving break and then come back, no, but if they film until November, I would assume that they would stop before Thanksgiving break, because it doesn't make sense to go all the way to the end. It doesn't make sense. But regardless, that's still 3-4 months compared to the usual 2-week seasons that we get, right? Because usually the seasons are filmed in like literally like less than like 4 to 6 weeks. So hopefully we get some real content. Maybe the reason for the whole delay in the taping and the filming is so that they can spread it out and not have to like hopefully I know I'm giving Zeus more credit than they give themselves, child, but I just part of me hopes and prays that they're trying to get their storyline and editing and all of that together, because it doesn't make sense why they keep going viral. They making all of this money, making billions of dollars at this point. It's like, get it together, because it could be a network television show, but it's just like getting the bag and cutting corners is no longer cute. It's no longer cute. Like, how many times do they say the reunion going to be up by a certain time, or the episode's going to be up by a certain time, and then it's not? And then I say every time, I'm canceling my membership. I'm canceling. I pay too much money to be dealing with this. And then y'all go right back and deal with it. So I'm going to just hope and pray, because I don't want to see, like, I'm excited for 15 girls, but like, and I mean, I'm excited for them to be filming for 4 months versus 4 weeks. But at the same time, I don't want to see 50 episodes. Okay. I don't want to see, you know, whole episodes that's based off of 1 hour's worth of conversation, and then for the next 3 episodes we recapping what happened in that 1 episode. Like, I don't want to see none of that. Like, I want to see a change. Like, if we changing up how many people we got with casting and the length of time that we filming and this, that, and the third, we can change some other things in a way that, you know, we write these stories in a way that it's producing. Matter of fact, I want a little less producing as well. I want it to be a little bit more natural, because Zeus is very good for, okay, and scene. Okay, red light is on. Now everybody get to work. Like, it's very infamous for that, which is crazy because, again, we can sit and name the differences between Bad Girls and Baddies all day. Ultimately, 2 completely different shows, but given that Baddies started based off of that concept, you can't help but relate the two. One was filmed in a house 24/7 for, I believe they was in the house for, about 3 months. 3 months, I believe. And no phone, no television, no nothing. These girls are spoiled. They have access to everything. That's another thing. I don't want to see motherfuckers tweeting in live time and live streaming in live time, because that's part of what fucked up Baddies West. We knew half the goddamn season before we even saw it. So I don't know, Zeus. I don't know. We're going to be tuned in, but like, come on now. Come on now. The editing and shit, it got to get better. It got to get better. And I just realized I didn't even get to the motherfucking article. So the article says, these reality TV favorites are joining the cast. The Baddies cast from Zeus Network has been revealed, with veterans like Natalie, Rolly, Krishan returning again. Only one that I wanted to return was Scotty. The rest of them, no, I don't like Krishan. Y'all know that. I don't like Rolly at all. DJ Sky Baby, I'm not really a fan of her either. Oh, and Stunner. Yes, Stunner and Scotty is the only ones that I wanted to return, and that's the only ones that really made sense to return, because Scotty is just there. Scotty's like the Cynthia, right? Neither a change maker or what, like she's just there, but she's good to be there in the background. She's supporting cast. So we have Natalie, Krishan, Stunner Girl, Rolly, Scotty, okay. Oh, and this whole special guest appearance by Suki, like, what is she gonna do? What is she gonna do? She was a judge at the Baddies West auditions, but she's supposed to be making a cameo. Like, what's gonna happen? Like, I'm assuming that they're gonna go out, do a club appearance, and she's gonna come and perform a song. But it says the drama has already begun to unfold between Mariah Lynn and Smiley, who posted a video of what appears to be a blonde lace from a wig or closure, and Mariah's chain. Says don't play tough. Child.
How you was right here popping that little pink pussy all through Pound Town, bitch? You couldn't get a real train. How you couldn't get a real train?
So sad.
Bitch, Pound Town, Mariah.
She must not want to get verified on Instagram, because why is that still her name? Why is that her name? Her name should be like the official Smiley or something like that. Like, ain't nobody searching up all of that. That's first off. Jordans _ diamonds 3 S's. Ain't nobody looking at the fuck up. She need to change her name. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, fans are eagerly anticipating the trailer, which will give us a better look at how the ladies are getting along or not. Y'all know we probably gonna have that by tomorrow. Like, y'all know how Zeus do. Y'all know how fucking Zeus do. The show probably not gonna drop until... Knowing Zeus, it'll probably come out, because if they end it in November, for real, then Baddies needs to be out Valentine's, I'll say around Valentine's. And we'll probably get trailer number 1, probably New Year's Eve. Then probably end of January, we'll probably get trailer number... No, I'm giving them too much hope. Maybe by February 1st, we'll get trailer number 2. And then with the show premiere on February 14th? Let me see. What is that in February? Because it's feeling very February. All right, so I'll say by February 11th. So yeah, then we'll probably get like the super trailer of everything that's going on by February 4th. No. That's probably exactly what the fuck they going to do. That's probably exactly what the fuck they're going to. Shout out, it is what it is. I want to see all the new baddies really do their big one, so it's really important to me is to see all the baddest girls kind of make their impact on the culture and then Hollywood and their thing. Well, bad girls have never been to Hollywood. Let's start there. Child, but I guess let me know what y'all thought about this down in the comment box below as if I give a fuck. And definitely make sure that you go and you stream my music as if you give a fuck. Okay? And I love each and every one of y'all. And HD boo. Fuck it up, go ahead, 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 fuck it up, go